What can I do to be financially stable and feel comfortable in this world of instability? Let's talk about the numbers because sometimes we think about Africa and we think, oh, it's home, but it's not about that today. Welcome back to AfriPath Voices. I'm so happy to see you back. And if you are new, welcome. Today, we need to talk. We need to talk. No interviews, just a real, honest conversation about the economic pressure so many of us in the diaspora are feeling and what it means for us to enter 2026. Let's start with the obvious. The cost of living across the West has become unreasonable. Maybe it's because I'm not rich, but it's not, I don't think it's my imagination. It's not you budgeting incorrectly. It's the economy, I think. Just let me know if I'm wrong. Maybe I'm the one struggling and nobody else is, but I think I'm not by myself in this. Here is what the diaspora is facing today in the United States, in the UK, in Canada, in France, in Germany, and other Western countries. Okay. First of all, we are facing immigration changes, mortgages up, groceries up, insurance up, gas up, utilities up, childcare up, taxes up, but your income has remained the same or worse. So you have salaries that are stagnant or even decreasing. Job stability is shaky, really shaky. Because this year we have had a lot of layoffs, especially in the United States. The layoffs are increasing, savings are eroding, and inflation is outpacing wages. And a lot of us are looking at our paychecks. How am I working harder and still feeling stuck? We feel stuck. This is why income diversification is no longer a motivational quote. It's no longer just, just you say it for the heck of saying it. It's an economic necessity at this time. One job can disappear, an income stream can dry up. One financial plan can collapse in the wrong economy. The Western model of work one job until retirement and you'll be fine is outdated. It's not of our generation. These were our daddies and mommies' generation. In 2025, you cannot have one job and then feel like, oh, you're going to live there for 35, 60 years and then be fine. It's not existing anymore. A friend told me recently, Linda, I did everything right. I got my degrees, I got a job, I was getting promotions, and somehow life became more expensive than my progress. And it's true. I didn't even mention student loans because that's also one of them, especially in the United States. That is the story of people in 2025. People are doing the best and still feeling squeezed. That frustration, that fatigue, that confusion, it's mainly economic and it's valid. We all feel it. And that's exactly why diversification has moved from a nice idea to a must. Entire sectors are restructuring. The banking system, the NGO sector, the tech sector, the healthcare sector, nothing is guaranteed. Don't think that you're going to be hopping from one sector in another to find stability. Inflation is persistent, especially in the United States. We've seen an inflation rate that goes way higher than what we have seen in years before this year. Even when inflation slows down, the price won't go down. So we are stuck there. Housing is becoming inaccessible. Mortgage is at 7 to 8% increase, and the renting is rising every year. So don't think that you feel better renting than owning. And economic growth is slowing down. Most Western countries are growing at 1 to 2% annually. In Africa, contrary, is growing at 4 to 6%. And your income cannot rely on one country's stability. A new policy, a recession, a political shift, one decision can affect your entire financial life. You need multiple engines pulling your financial future forward. Let's talk about the numbers. Africa is the youngest continent in terms of economic space, the fastest urbanizing region, one of the fastest growing consumer markets, a hub for new infrastructures, a rising corridor for manufacturing. What else can we add there? A center for food production, because the population is growing very fast, a destination for global investment. And while the West is stabilizing, Africa is expanding. So that's how you should see it. While Western wages are stagnant, African entrepreneurship is accelerating. And while Western economies are mature, so to a certain extent, depending on the country where you are, markets in Africa are emerging. Most of them are. So think of Africa as another economy, a new opportunity stream, a diversification strategy that you can have in your portfolio. This is how wealthy people operate. They have multiple streams of income from multiple regions and geographies in the world, and we should mimic them. Every major financial shift begin with planning, not action. So December, for me specifically, and I hope for you, is time to review your current income level, your expenses, your skill set, your risks, your market options. Think about what you can bring to the table also. And January is too late for reflection. I think it's important to start in December. By then, the year has already started and it's moving. And we know from this year that January is where everything goes fast. So you cannot be planning in January. If you want a financial reality in 2026, the thinking begins now in December. As I'm recording, we are still beginning of December. Forget, follow your passion, follow your heart, follow what you love to do. 2026 is about being strategic. Okay. Learn to be strategic in your investment. Ask yourself, what income stream can I add next year? What else can I do with my time? What else can I do with my income? How can I reduce dependence on one job? What sectors in Africa interest me economically, not emotionally? What skill do I already have that the African market needs? What small steps can I take that changes my financial directions? Okay. So let's say these are the steps that I am taking, and I'm hoping that these are things that you guys also will be thinking about. Your mindset should shift from survival mode in one country, basically, to economic preparation across markets. What can I do to be financially stable and feel comfortable in this world of instability? So here is where you start, in my opinion. Choose one country, one African country to study, just one. It's not to relocate. It's not like you see yourself in that country. It's mostly economic, like I said. But you want to understand the economy. You want to understand its economy. Then pick one income stream to explore. For example, agriculture or consulting or real estate. These are sectors or services. The service sector is huge in these countries. In the manufacturing sector is growing. We have digital, so the digital economy that is in demand, and healthcare, import, export projects. So all of these are things that you can be thinking through which one is the most attractive to you. Then set a January deadline for your first action. This action could be a consultation, a research session, a connection call, a budget review. It doesn't matter, but you need to make one step toward that economy stability and diversification. Then connect with people already doing it. That's the whole purpose of this podcast, is to connect us. And success leaves a trail. So it's easy to learn together when we talk to each other. So, as we prepare for 2026, here's the message that I had for everybody. Relying on one income, one job, and one country is no longer sustainable. Diversification is no longer optional. It is your economic safety net. And Africa is one of the smartest places to begin expanding your financial footprint. So I hope this video is useful to somebody. Thank you for joining me today. This conversation matters because your financial future matters. And for me, that's what I will be doing for in 2025, beginning 2026. I'm full mode planning right now. So until next time, stay informed, stay strategic, stay open to opportunities waiting for you. Happy holidays and see you in 2026.